All right, Shalom, Shalom is a disciple of Yahawashi. Coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, giving all the praises, all the glory to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Praise him, pray to him. All right, salutations to the brothers out there who push this truth in real sincerity according to the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, and grace and peace be unto you. No, the title of this lesson is Don't Forget the Mindset of the Most High. Don't forget the mindset of Yahweh. Right? I'm gonna practically inspire this lesson, right? I was just one of these days, I was just going, I think I was about to go to sleep. It was late. And my mom called me. And then she was like, I almost said my government. She called my name. She was like, I don't know what it is. It feels like I've been cursed ever since I was small. It just feels like everything go wrong ever since I'm growing up. And then yeah, she explained, but that's where the point is. So she told me that. So I'm like, my mom knows me for always reading the Bible and always, sometimes I post scriptures or cards. Sometimes, if y'all some of y'all brothers might know how this goes, or some of y'all might not know how this goes. Sometimes maybe you be around your parents and maybe you and them got good like communication, and then sometimes you just I want to say play with them a little bit, or check them, not check them, but you might see them eating pork, and you be like, "This is how it be." Oh, I thought you love God, mommy. Sometimes I would say stuff like that. So she already know I be reading the Bible and stuff like that. Just to give you a little introduction to him about it. So I'm like, you know what? So she telling me this over the phone. So you're like, "Hey, mom, let me read some scriptures for you." Right? So I went to it, and this all through the spirit, it just kicked in my mind. And this is gonna be the basis of the lesson. Don't forget the mindset of the Most High. So what I did, practically, we went into Deuteronomy 28 chapter. I'll read a few verses from there, explaining that we are being under punishment. Curses are put on us for disobeying the Lord. And when I read it, what she was doing was just listening. And then from there, what I moved on to, cause she said something when I was reading all the curses from Deuteronomy 28 or 15. So I was just explaining all of that to her. This is all the power of the Lord, man. And then she was like, you know, oh, see, I said it, whatever. Some people said, that God brings God. She was saying to the effect that God don't bring evil your way, or God is always good. So what I say, you know what? I said, hey, mom, one thing y'all got right in the churches is that God is good no matter what. So from then on, I went to say, y'all don't really know how the Lord think. This is what I went to bring out to her. And we go. I'm just giving y'all an introduction. We're about to go into the scriptures right now. You don't really know how the Lord think, man. The Lord is a balance. Just like Job said, and we ain't going into that. You could receive good but not bad from the Most High. Come on. You gotta brace yourself and prepare yourself to take both aspects of life. This is life in general too, good and bad. But let's go down, man. This is Isaiah. We're gonna kick it off with Isaiah 45. We are at and 5. I am the Lord. There is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, thou hast not known me. Verse 6, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord and there is none else. And oh yeah, I brought out this because she mentioned something about obia, which is a translation for witchcraft or voodoo. That's what we call it back where I'm from. We call it obia. So she was like, oh, she feel like somebody put obia on her when she was younger coming up. So I'm like, yo, she said so she felt somebody from, and it wasn't Haiti. It wasn't Haiti. It was from one of the other islands, then far down the line. That's what just that's not just a thing with Haiti. That's a thing with all the islands, them, okay? But that's besides the point. What I was trying to tell her is that voodoo, that witchcraft realm, the Lord controls both sides of it. He says it right there. He is none else beside him. He controls both sides of it. Or nobody can work. If somebody try to work that voodoo, that obia on you, the witchcraft, it only gonna happen if the Lord sanction it. That's the only way possible. And this is, we gotta remember the mindset of the Most High, that He is on both sides with Him. This is verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. This is Him speaking, man. And most individuals out in life don't know the mindset of the Lord. That's why they're always getting depressed and jacked up and just all discouraged in their minds. So this is just to the Spirit had me do this lesson just to enlighten people out there who doesn't know it. So it says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. So I know I'm a person. People ain't gonna know this. The same people who be saying, "Oh, God is great," "Oh, da 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 God," da 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 da. They don't really know the Lord. They don't really know the Lord, man. You know. And hey, from then on, when I start bringing out this, I'm about to read everything I'm getting here is what I brought out. She was just listening to the Spirit, you know. And that's how you know the word is powerful. That's why you also got to read. Cause you could say all type of shit, but you gotta read. It says, I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Point blank, plain and simple. No pause. The example for that, He controlled the both sides, is in 1 Kings, the 22nd chapter. Notice the 1 Kings 22 and verse 19. 1 Kings 22 and 19. And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left and on his left. So that's exactly what it's saying. There was a big, when you say host, it means army, a big meeting going on in heaven, you know. So the angels on his right, the righteous angels, and the angels on his left, the what you consider the evil or the wicked spirits. Right, verse 20. And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Magdalene? So the Lord is asking a question. This is powerful because most people who be in them damn churches, and that's what I be telling my mama, like, yo, them churches ain't teaching y'all nothing. It said most people who be in them damn churches don't read this. They ain't gonna read that the Lord asks all the angels on the right, the righteous angels and the wicked angels, the angel on the left hand side. They ain't gonna tell them the Lord asks, Who shall pursue Ahab that he may go up and fall at Magdalene? A synonym for fall is die. Okay? It says, and one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. So the spirits coming saying, I'm gonna do it like this, I'm gonna do it like this. Verse 21, and there came forth a spirit. So one of the spirits stood out. It says, and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. So he was like, yo, I will persuade him. You know, he just came with that how it's written. He came with that he came with that vibe, like, okay, you know, I got this. Like, he stood out. All right, no, this is verse 22. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? So the Lord asked him, how? Meanwhile, this is a full-fledged meeting and conversation going on up in heaven about the Lord asking, yo, which one of the angels is going to persuade this man to go to war so he could die? You know, that's the mindset. That's a part of the mindset of the Lord. And people in the churches don't recognize that. These normal people who love to praise the Lord and love to say God is good, they don't know that because they don't read. You know, these are the same people who can watch, what's that channel called, man? The Discovery Channel or the Geographic Channel, and watch a lion kill a gazelle, but they don't know the mindset of the Lord. Don't you know that the gazelle is made for the lion to eat? Alright, man, let's go. Verse 22. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So the Lord sanctioned it. Going back to Isaiah 45 and 7, and what I was trying to explain to my mother, that evil things or bad things happen to you, it has to be sanctioned from the Lord. And then within that, we're about to read Job now. Even if something bad happened to you, you're not to get mad at the Lord. You're not to be upset with him. You crazy? Job about to go into it, man. Bro, you know, it's coming out. It's coming out. This is Job 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, And that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Yahweh and eschewed evil. So he's giving you the characteristics of Job. All right. He said he was perfect and upright. He feared the Lord, meaning he kept his commandments, and he eschewed evil. Let's get that word eschew real quick. Real quick. Oh. Avoid, abstain. Verse 2, and there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. Verse 3, his substance also was 7,000 sheep, and 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 she asses, and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all men of the east. So Job was rich, all right? Job was rich. Job had it, all right? Verse 4, and this is also pointing out, what this is pointing out, this is also pointing out that you could have money and be in the truth. You just gotta get your priorities right. All right. You could be well off, meaning financially stable, like real finance, but you just gotta get your priorities right. Cause Job's priorities was always right, even though he had all this wealth. But in this day and age, it's for something like that to happen with your priorities right, and you're super rich. It's hard. That's all what the scriptures be saying. Verse 4. And his son went and feasted in their house, everyone his day, meaning their birthday. All right. So every time they have a birthday, they feasted in their house, and sent a called for their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. Verse 5. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be my sons have sinned and cursed Yahweh in their hearts. Thus did Job continually. So he was just looking out for his family. He back then you had to offer burnt offerings for your sins. So he was looking out for his family and keeping the commandments. Verse 6. No, we're about to get into it. Now there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Lord. Now it's a next meeting. All right? A next meeting. And Satan came also among them. Now this about to squash, we're about to go into here. This about to squash all that dumb controversy about the Lord versus Satan. God, ain't no verses here, my man. It's only just one in charge. It's just one, and that's Yahweh. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered, whoa, ho, wait, what? Satan did what? All right, I thought it's God versus Satan here. No. As the Bible said, no. It's no God versus Satan. All right, because that's how you tell somebody when you're in charge of them. That's for example, and I'm gonna use the example I used for my mother. I was like, yo, so if my sister come in the house at a certain time, you ain't gonna ask her where she been? And she was like, yeah, that's what you asked her about. And then she got it. So that's how it is. The Lord is checking Satan, like, where you been at, where you come from, what you been doing, because that's his employee right there. Right? It says that Satan answered, and the fact that Satan answered, meaning he got to report to the Most High. He's giving a report of his work. It says that Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? So he was like, yo, you check Job out yet, bro? Right? He said that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Yahweh and escheweth evil. So the Lord was bigging up Job. Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear Yahweh for naught? Right? Verse 10. So he said, oh boy, let's get into it. Has not thou made an hedge about him, meaning protection, spiritually and physically, right? It says, and about his house and about all that he had on every side, that thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. So Satan's saying, yo, of course, Job gonna fear you. You're protecting him. You're over here giving them 500 oxen and shit like that. So this is the proposal. This is the statements that he's saying to the Lord. Of course he's gonna fear you, right? So let's go. Verse 11. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. So Satan was like, yo, take away something from him. Take it away. Take away something from him. I bet he turn on you. Excuse me, I'm talking in dialect. He's I'm talking kind of what Salakia. So what Satan saying, take what like I mean it's the same thing. Satan practically saying, make something go wrong and then he's gonna be upset with you. Right? Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So he was like, okay, do what you gotta do, just don't touch him. Don't touch him. Right? So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Right? No, I'm not gonna read down on this. When you read it, Job catch all type of hell, man. And I encourage y'all to go read this. His animal first his daughters and son died. I wanna jump, that's why. And we're gonna go to the second chapter too. His daughters and son died. What else? His animals died. You know? No, let's go. We're gonna jump to verse 19. Verse 20. So a lot of things got taken away from Job. Verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped. So with all this thing happening, he worshipped. Mind you, this is something bad. Imagine something bad happening to you. No, y'all gonna be upset. You know? No, Job was in his feelings. That's why he's rent his mantle and shaved his head. That's what the thing. That's the type of thing. That's the type of thing that they used to do back in the ancient days when they was catching it. Alright? Catching hell. And when his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the earth and worshipped. How much y'all are gonna do that? You know? Y'all can only love the Lord in good times, love him in bad times too. Verse 21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord had taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Damn. So, shit. So that's what it's about, man. Verse 22. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. Meanwhile, most people would sin and charge the Lord foolishly. And they could just be undergoing a test that's happening to them because the Lord thinks big of you. You know, when you're going through something, that means the Lord find you worthy to be tested. That's what he's saying, man. Boy, shit. No, this is Job. We're gonna go to the second chapter, man, and we're gonna bring on some points. No, we're gonna bring on 1 point, right? No, before, remember, in the first chapter, what happened? The Lord said, touch all that he had, just don't touch him. In this chapter, it got switched up. Because Job, remember the outcome, what happened? Job kept his integrity. So Satan was like, the Lord was like, see? Then the Lord was like, please, I implore y'all to read it. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it. Job 2:1. Again, there was a day when the Son of Yahawah came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. 2. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that fear Yahweh and eschewed evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. Yo, so he was like, the boy was like, yo, you see, you know, I tell you, he ain't a bud, I tell you so, boom, you know. And that's what be happening with sometimes when you get tested, you just gotta keep your integrity. Alright? You can't be upset at the Most High. I said, Praises Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. You know? You get good, get bad too, man. This is verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin. Here he goes now. Skin for skin, yeah. All that a man had will he give for his life. So he was like, man will do anything to live. That's what he's saying. So, before, remember, the Lord was saying, don't touch him. Now, hear this. Verse 5, but put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse it to thy face. So Satan was like, okay, hey, break his leg. I bet he cuss you out. I bet he curses you. You know? So verse 6, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So it was like, okay, go ahead, do what you gotta do, but don't kill him. And this is what we go through day in and day out, brothers and individuals, man. So when you're catching hell, you just catch it. Alright? Just don't curse the Lord. Don't give up on the Lord. Or your leg hurting, or your back hurting, or your arm hurting. Man, you just getting tested, boy. That's what that's about. Verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. So this is what he went to do. No, I'm going to jump to verse 9, but I'm going to say something. When you read in verse 1, how the hell happened to... How he was catching the hell? He was catching it like this, like clockwork. 9 times out of 10, when you're catching hell, when you're catching heavy hell, that's how it happens. First, maybe something happened, and then at the same time, this happened, and then boom, the world just blowed up. You know, like shit like that. He just comes back to back, and you be like, and you be sitting there like, what the fuck? What the hell? So you be like, what is going on here? Some people be like, yo, what is this real? That's how you know you're getting tested, okay? That's a big way to know you're getting tested. Alright, no. Verse 10. Verse 9. We're gonna go to verse 9. No, this is important. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse Yahawah and die. So his wife was like, yo, you still obtaining your integrity? And that's to show, first and foremost, that's to show that his integrity wasn't like, he had strong integrity. That's to show. And that's to show, namely your wife or whoever else besides you, you can't depend on them all the time to push you. Sometimes you only supposed, no, Salaki, I said sometimes. All the times you only supposed to depend on the Lord, man. Cause people, like, who was next to him at the time was his wife. Alright? And you would think that, in these type of circumstances, his wife would support him, like, hey, stay strong, Job, da. But nah, his wife ready to give up. He's like telling him to give up. So you can't always depend on people, man. That's where you gotta search this thing out for yourself. Read for yourself. Have your own faith. Don't depend on nobody to validate your faith. Alright? Verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaking. Right. And she was speaking like a foolish woman. Alright? What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahawah, and shall we not receive evil? Me fathers here, as we would say back in the country. Me fathers here. Okay? And that's powerful. You receive good, receive evil. Okay? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. And that's a powerful understanding right there. That's a powerful understanding. You know? I remember in high school, man, my teacher used to always say, something, I don't know, something I was doing, man. She was like, you need to have the patience of Job. So I'm like, what? Patience of Job? Back then, I believe in the Lord, but we never used to read like that. But see, now I'm seeing what she's talking about, because Job had much patience. And a synonymous word for patience is endurance. Okay? And he not sin with his lip, he ain't cursed the Lord out. You know, so, with that being said, I implore you, please read this for yourself. Don't just count on me what I'm saying. Go read the first chapter, second chapter, the whole book, man. Alright, for y'all benefit. With that being said, I hope y'all was edified, man. Don't hesitate if y'all got questions. Put them in the comments. I don't block the comments. With that being said, I'll put it to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi and Shalom.